everyone, and welcome to our stretching workout on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. We've come inside because we decided that being outside and the wind affects the microphone a bit too much, so we're in our kitchen here and hopefully you can follow along. So we know that Oak class, which is Harry's class, a lot of you are joining us today, so welcome. And also we know that part of the homework today is to take your pulse before and after exercise. And even though today isn't going to be full exercise, we're going to be stretching, we're going to be opening things out and making things feel good, we're still going to be moving our bodies, so our heart rates are going to go up. So as part of that homework, if you haven't already done it, we can check our pulse. So if you follow the line of your thumb down, find the tendon, which is the stringy bit there, and just to the thumb side of that tendon, you put two fingers nice and light, and you should be able to feel your pulse. Now, if you take it for 30 seconds and count the number of pulses for 30 seconds, then you double that to get your heart rate, and we can do this again afterwards. So if you want to do that, then go ahead and do it now. We're not going to do it here because we want to get on and start teaching you guys our stretching afternoon. I'd like to try and make this bigger so we can see everything, just a tiny little bit, but that's about all we can manage. So if we come backwards onto our mats, we're trialing lots of different ways of putting our mats out, and we've got them nice and diagonal today, so we're hoping that you can see everything nicely.
The only bit confusing is that you don't know whether you're meant to go along your mat or towards the camera.
That's true. So we'll have to pretend you're all that way. But we've got them a little bit to the side, so you can see the side of us, which helps you to know what kind of stretch we're doing. So standing to start with, feet hip width apart and toes pointing forwards, as we always do. Lift and separate your toes. See if you can lift and spread your toes and then place them down nice and wide. You may have control over those toes, you may not necessarily, but place them back down on the mat, but just make sure you're not pushing and gripping through your toes too much. Bend your knees just a little bit. So when I say soften your knees, I mean just soften them, just bend them very slightly so they're not locked all the way back. Good. So we've got them bent, and what we're doing with our lower back here is we're tucking the bottom under and then we're sticking it out. So we're doing what we call pelvic tilts, which moves your back and stretches your back.
I don't think we've done this one.
We haven't. This is a new one. So pelvic tilts to start with. You've probably done them at some point along the way. We're trying to move as much as we can just through this section here. So we're trying to tilt, and it helps to have your hands on your hips here. Because then you tuck under, you can push down with your thumbs and tuck your bottom under, and then you can push down with your fingers to arch your back that way. So tuck under and arch your back. Try not to bend and straighten your knees as you're doing it. Good. And try not to do it just from here. Well, you tend to get quite stiff, to be honest. Actually, another thing to think about is squeezing through your tummy to tuck under and squeezing through your back to arch. Good. Nice. So there are pelvic tilts. Now then, coming down to our ankles, which you tend to enjoy doing. If you bend one knee here and lift up through the heel and then swap midair and swap. So you're pushing the heel down to the floor. When you push the heel down to the floor, squeeze the thigh. Squeeze the thigh, so tighten your thigh. Also, think about tightening your glutes, which are your bum muscles. Think about squeezing your bum every time you push the heel down to the floor. Good. Make it into a little dance like Lily if you want to. Do a little dance. Cool. All right, so that's quite nice around the feet. I want you to rock onto the outside of your feet and then separate them and rock onto the inside. Roll onto the outside and roll onto the inside.
I can really feel that stretching.
Good. Up through the... Everyone's probably doing a little bit more walking now. Now we're allowed out to do a little bit more exercise, then people have probably been going for slightly longer walks.
Which we definitely have.
Yeah.
In the river.
You might in the river at times. So you might feel it stretching through those muscles around your ankles and your feet because they're muscles that are working a little bit harder as you walk. Excellent. Good. So we're going to do that same exercise as we were doing here, putting one heel down at a time. I actually just want you to take the weight over to your left leg and pick up your right in front. And then put your right leg down, squeeze into your tummy and pick up your left. So this isn't stretching necessarily, but it is stabilizing and balance and a little bit of coordination, trying to keep your hips level, like Harry's doing, actually having the hands on the hips like this is really good because it tries to keep those hips level. And will. Yes. Yeah, when we go down to the floor, it'll be easier. Good. So we're hoping that these guys' grandparents have joined today, which they are joining every day. Mick and Linda, as they've been requested to be called. Grandpa Mick and Grandma Linda. And the Auntie Zoe as well. The Auntie Zoe.
And Auntie Zoe.
Nice. All right. Woo. Step one leg back. Excellent. So 1 foot forward, both feet pointing forwards, stepping one leg back to here. Good. And what we're doing with that back foot is dropping the heel down and then coming back up. Both knees are straight on this one today. Everything pointing forwards, tummy squeezed in, shoulders down, chest nice and open, and we're going up and down through that back leg. Can you feel that one?
Not very much. I'm thinking to go back.
Okay, yeah, cool. So pushing the heel down and then pulling up.
If I go really far up, then yeah, I can feel it.
Yeah, so you might want to adjust the length of your legs, one in front and one behind.
It looks like I've got a huge length in the video.
It's because it's got a zoom lens. It makes everything look much bigger if it comes forward to the lens. Bring the other one back. So remember, both legs straight. Pull up tall on the back heel to start with. Down and up. Now, Lily, you chose to have that stretchy mat, didn't you? Are you regretting it now? It makes you stretch and slide around.
So really, really stretching that. Even underneath another one, you can still feel it stretching.
So you can take it off if you want and just use the other one. And sometimes your socks can be a little bit annoying on something like this. Make sure everything's pointing forwards.
Okay, Dad.
Or in our case, along the mat.
Yeah, true. Nice. All right, so we've done those. Legs a little bit. I wanted to do a little bit around the shoulders. So I want you to do some big shoulder rolls. So coming all the way forwards, picking up, round and down. Keep the ribs down, keep your tummy strong. Forwards, up, round and down. Good. Forwards, up, round and down. Brilliant. Keep going. Forwards, up, round and down. Really big circles. Now you might feel clunk, 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 click, click, click as you go round, which is normal. Lots of people hear that and feel that and think that that's not normal, but that is normal. Forward, up, down, round. Heard it in your ears as well. Yeah, it's true. Forwards, up, round and down. Good. Now we've done this one a couple of times before. You've got to concentrate along the way. There's a few things to think about. Stretch your right arm straight up. Your toes are feet hip width apart and toes forwards, yeah? Right arm straight up. Bend your knees. Stretch your left arm down and bend your body over to the side. Good. Then you've got to go round in a big semicircle, all the way round. And then your hands come together on this leg. And you're in a really weird twisted position. Come to the front and curl back up. Roll the shoulders and down. Left arm up, right arm down. Bend your knees. Stretch up and down. So trying to separate your fingertips.
Which way, left hand or right hand? I can't remember.
First of all, you're just stretching one up and one down, so you bend over to the side like that, and then you twist it. Or you're going that way. Round, 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 down. Hands together. Good. Forward and curl back up.
Remember to keep your knees bent.
Yes, absolutely.
Now I'm just doing fast.
Stand on the end of your mat. So that's enough in standing. Standing on the end of your mat. So come back, Lily. Good. I'm going to take a really deep breath in. Breathe out and curl down. All the way to the bottom. Take note of where your hands are. You've got lower than you were before. Fantastic.
Because I was bending my legs.
Ah, yeah. Even lower still. Bend and straighten each knee. Like that. So take note of where your hands are. Are your fingertips on the floor? Are your hands flat on the floor? Are your fingers at the end of your trousers?
I can do
Mine's sort of on the ankle bone.
I can do your hands on the floor.
Try.
can do just
But your knees are a little bit bent, Lily. Cool.
Oh,
In that position, I want you to breathe in and out.
No,
Breathe
I'm
in.
just looking at you. Look.
Oh, I see. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. In through your nose
Lily, you need to keep your
and out through your
legs
mouth. Good. And then with your fingertips on the floor, I want you to bend your knees and then stretch all the way back up again. Bend your knees.
Lily just did that.
All the way back up. I know she did a couple of times. Bend and straighten.
For when your knees will
Last
break if I
Oh, yeah.
actually completely.
If you feel like your knees are going to break, then maybe don't do
Okay, now I'm
it.
stopping. I did that.
Now I'm stopping. Good
Oh.
idea. On your front. Now, we are going to have to really concentrate on this one as four because we're all in a line. Now, the exercise, what it is stretch your right leg back. Have you all got room to stretch your right leg back?
Yeah.
And
Hitting the table.
what I'm
Like
going
we're
to do
racing.
with my leg is I'm going to take it to Harry, that side, so take it over to that side, and you take your leg over to that side, everyone to the right, and
Come
then
on.
with the leg over to the left. Over to the right.
This
Good.
is such a weird stretch. I've never done
And
it
to the
before.
left, it is a bit weird. Can you all see what we're doing? I'm just going to draw here.
With us.
So what we're doing is to the side
No,
there.
I'm trying to go
That's
really
right.
faster than
That side. Okay, I'm going to say 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. To the right. Ooh, watch out.
me.
To the left. Brilliant.
I know. I
To the right.
have to do my second
To the left. To the right.
Tap,
To the left.
tap.
It's like spaghetti legs.
Oh, my left knee is really hurting.
Yeah, the one on the floor can. Let's swap. So,
This is gonna be
stretch out your left and up to the right. To the left. Allow your body to bend from side to side. To the right. To the left.
Oh,
To the right. To the left. Are you hot?
yeah.
I did turn the heating on. That might have been a bit silly.
Yeah.
Left. One more in.
Oh.
Yeah. Turn it off. Last one. Right. And left. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we're going to have to do another one to undo all of the tension from that one. Drop your hips down.
I think it said heat boost cancelled, so it
Brilliant.
should be.
That'll be it.
I wasn't
But
sure.
we have to do all of the other legs.
Well, we did all of the other leg, Lily Billy. We did one leg and then the other leg.
I didn't.
Forwards a bit.
I'm feeling hot because the sun's
And
half
back.
on me, and then
That's
also
true.
because of the heating.
Good. Forwards, cobra. Child pose. And cobra.
You got to do wrong.
That's true. And child pose. And cobra.
Do it in time with us, can.
Child pose.
That's what he said to us.
Yeah, but it's harder on the other
Yeah.
one. You're not doing
And
it.
child pose. Okay, so we're coming into sitting. And this seems to be our favourite exercise. Certainly Harry's favourite exercise.
I keep on pestering you to do it.
Which is cool because we like it too.
It's
Rolling
weird.
like a ball. So hands around your knees like this. Lock your fingertips together. Hook them around your knees. Your feet are off the floor. I'm going to take my socks off because I feel like I'm all in black and you can't see what I'm doing.
Now your feet are on.
Roll back. Come back up. So that is the first one. So we're going to do just rolling, and then we're going to stretch a leg out like Harry's demonstrating, or was demonstrating, because that's his favourite one. Good. Roll back. You're right, Lily.
I can't do it with my feet on.
Lily, why don't you do
Okay,
the
well, put your
butterfly?
feet down each time, because today is a stretching workout, isn't it?
Harry
So,
said feet like that and that.
okay, we're going to do that one next. Last roll, and then we're going to stretch one leg out. So when we come up, we stretch one leg forwards and try and come down to your toes. Roll back, forwards, and try and come to the toes.
I keep on moving on to your mat because I'm forgetting.
Oh, yeah, because you keep going straight. But you can see why we have to be over an angle, right? Because if we go forwards and backwards to our viewers, then they don't get the perspective. They see us like 2D. Here I go, slipping into a science lesson. Yeah, good. Should we do one more each leg?
Wow.
Slam the
Wait,
heel
I've
down.
been doing the same leg.
Oh my gosh, now you need to swap. Good. So while you swap, we're going to move on to the lovely Sophie Lamont's exercises that she sent me today. The exercises she would like to do. So hi Sophie, thank you for sending us some exercises to do. We're going to do Lily's favourite one now, which is the butterfly. So toes together.
I can only just do it.
Yeah, sometimes boys find this one a little bit harder than girls. It's just how they're built. Cool. And what Sophie wanted us to do is to bend forwards as far as we can.
It's just not that far.
Yeah. It's good though, Harry. Do you know what? And these guys are getting so much better. We've been doing these workouts. Can you believe we're on our 15th workout today?
I forgot we've done more than that.
Yeah, we probably have. We've done our footy ones as well
Oh,
on the
yeah,
weekend, and we've done another 7 football workouts on the weekends as well. So that's quite a few. Now then, 22, quite a few, 22. So we're going to have to go
That feels right.
very strangely positioned here.
Yeah, I'm
So
behind you.
this is another one of
I'm going
Sophie's
right
that she wanted us to do. Is legs wide like that. We've moved back so my legs are on. Brilliant. And also bend forwards. Good. Can you touch my leg there, Lily? Can you touch my leg with your hands?
Don't touch
Wow.
my leg.
So stretching forwards now. If you feel particularly tight there, you can just put your hands behind you and just push out your chest. Puff out your chest like a pigeon out in front of you.
That still stretches quite a lot.
Absolutely, doesn't it? Isn't it strange?
I like doing this one.
Yeah. So you can come forwards like that, or you can put your hands out behind you and push up and stretch like this way, and that should stretch inside the legs. Yeah, you can do one, and then you can do the other, and then one back, and then the other forwards. Cool. Back and forwards. Nice. And in this position, I quite like to go from side to side, stretching over one way and then the other.
Maybe try and touch the toe.
Maybe try and touch the toe cam, yeah.
But that's not the way.
You can, brilliant. Yeah, so you can be extremely strict with this one and go very much side to side, or you can come across towards the toe. Cool. Nice. And then if we were to do Pilates stretching, this is called the saw. So you stretch one arm forwards and the other one back, and then you come out, and then you go across there. Just be careful with the people around you that you don't literally karate
It's
chop.
like
I might tell so close together that we're going on everyone else's.
That's true. Okay, so the next one we wanted to do, we do a very similar series of these on each of our stretching workouts, but it doesn't matter because they're all really nice stretches.
Not we, I don't.
Well, depends who wants to join in that day.
Mommy, I thought we were going to get this phone.
That's true. We'll do it next. I like that one. In fact, let's do that one next. So get out of that position. This is Lily's one. Holding on around your foot, up and down.
Ow,
Now then.
it's straight.
You can hold on behind the knee. And this is actually Sophie Lamont's one, lying back and stretching up the knee. So you can have your hand around your foot, stretch up and down. This is Lily's version, I quite like it.
Or just underneath your knee as well.
Brilliant. Yeah. It depends how stretchy you are. You mustn't feel bad if you're not somebody who's stretchy. People are built very different. Some people are very stretchy and others are not so stretchy. Yeah. The people that are not so stretchy, then they have to work on it a little bit.
Which we are now.
True, exactly. And the more regular you do it, the less it hurts. Now we need to swap legs. So this actually gives you a bit of a burn in the thigh as well. So people that are super stretchy, they actually have to work a little bit harder on strength to hold them together. Because if you're super stretchy, then your body has to work harder to hold together your joints.
Mama, look, there's a spider.
I'm not sure if that did anything, but it just looks a bit dark.
It did, and now it does look a bit brighter. Brilliant. I think that's right. Good work. Oh my gosh, that is tiring. So what I want you to do is come into kneeling. So that was the next one we wanted to do. Kneeling. Good. So if you stretch up with your arms as you lunge forwards, and then bring your arms to your feet as you come back. There. So this is the one that my mum said she's not been finding so easy. So mum, keep working on it. You'll do it. The kids are coming all the way back onto their heel, which is fine. You can come all the way flat. Or you can just come back a little bit and bring your hands just to the floor like that.
I'm doing in the middle of that.
Really, my foot tripped me.
Cool, wow. Now then, we need to swap sides. These are quite heavy on the knees on the floor. It's not so pleasant. Some people find it much harder on their knees on the floor. And some people find that it's not very nice when they sit back on the ankle on the floor as well. So let's add the arms in again. Arms up as you lunge forward. We've swapped legs, by the way, if you missed that bit. Forwards. Down. Good. I feel like I haven't. I feel like you haven't swapped legs.
Now do you feel like you've swapped legs?
Are you swapping legs on each one, Cam?
I don't know. I'm really bad. I'm really bad on my left leg. On my right one, I'm so much better. I can't go all the way.
That's interesting. So that's quite normal to have one leg that's more stretchy than the other, and one leg that's stronger than the other. So what we're doing next is lying down on the floor. You okay? Lying down on the floor, and we are going to bend one knee and pull it towards your bum.
Do you think we can do a Superman next?
Oh yeah, let's do that. That sounds great.
We need to bring the computer down a bit. I'm not sure if I can see us.
Do you know what? It's only because we can't see because the table's in the way. But no, I think we're good.
Lily, you might want to come back on your mat a bit then.
Yeah, that way.
Yeah, we come back
Yeah,
slightly. But we are in shot, aren't we? Can you just check for us? Now try and keep your knees together a little bit and try and push your knee, the bent knee, try and push it down to your feet.
You know that I could do it all the way to the floor.
Cool.
I can almost do it all the way through.
Oh man.
Can you?
It's because it's the way you're built, Harry. You've got a lot of flexibility in that direction, but not so much in the other direction. So you are flexible down your front of your thigh, but tight down the back of your thigh. That is pretty good and a bit weird, Cameron. You're built the same. So tuck your bottom under, push your knee away.
Humans weren't built to do this.
No. Make sure you relax your head. We've all got our heads up because we're talking to each other, but make sure you relax your head. Don't make your neck all tight. Good, good, good. Okay, Superman, as requested.
Yes.
Arms out in front, legs stretch out behind. Tuck your chin, have your forehead on the mat. I know your nose gets in the way, so that's why you've got to tuck your chin and get your forehead on the mat. And then you're lifting opposite arm and leg. Good. So try not to twist your body. Try and keep your tummy really strong. And because we're meant to be stretching, try and stretch out as far as you can. Elongate out with the arm and lift, and elongate out with the leg. But make sure it's opposite arm and leg. Oh, I'm out of breath from all that talking. Need to check my pulse afterwards. Good.
It's not meant to, you're not meant to have a really high pulse, otherwise that would be a bit weird because it's only meant to be a stretch.
Yeah. But what people find is things like yoga and Pilates are good for you as far as getting your heart rate up, because all of it is that little bit difficult. Good. Nice. So, coming up onto hands and knees. We're going to have to make it quick because Harry's class, who hopefully some of you are doing it right now, the Oak class, got a Zoom call at 3 o'clock, so we don't want to take it along too far, and it's 5 to at the moment, so let's just do a few more, and then we'll head off so you guys can meet on Zoom.
Mine's 97.
Yours is 97, your pulse, so it has raised your pulse a little bit.
YouTube.
Lift and down, so arch the back and pull up, and drop. These are really good for mobilizing and moving your back. Lift, tuck your chin, and drop. And what I want you to do is breathe in and breathe out. Actually, it's better the other way, I think. Breathe in as your back is arched. Breathe out. That's better.
Yeah, that's...
There are no rules as far as that is concerned. And I'm going to sneak a thread the needle in to finish, right?
Yes.
Everyone to the right and lift. And stretch through. Brilliant. Ooh.
Up.
Lift. And down.
I
You
need to
keep
do the
going
opposite.
on
I
the same
need to do the opposite.
side. And down. Last one. Other side.
No, now you're going to be punching me.
We like to be close as Sahas. Stop it.
Okay, you did it.
Oh, last one. Yeah. Oh, cool. Right. So last little bit. 257. Turn your toes under. Stretch your bottom up.
I thought threading the needle was the last one.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I always say last one and then there's another one and another one.
Friend.
Walking the ankles like this. Sorry. Yeah, just like that. And then walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands. Check where your arms are. Now my fingertips were on the floor before, now my hands are flat. We've all got down that little bit further.
I'm the same.
Brilliant.
It's 2:55.
Cool.
2:58.
Oh, fantastic. So, class, if you want to check your pulses, then do now, just to see if your pulse is any higher. If you've got a Fitbit, you can just do it on there. But if you want to check it with this method, then do it as well. So remember, we're here Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 2:30. We tend to go with the flow. Sometimes it's a HIIT workout. Sometimes it's a stretching one. Everyone at the moment is enjoying this stretching. But remember, on Friday is sports day practice. So this Friday coming, we're doing our sports day practice so we can, in 2 weeks' time, have our sports day, retest everything that we've done, high jump, long jump, all of those lovely things. All right, guys, take care. Have a lovely Wednesday afternoon.
Bye.
Good one.